Welcome to Alcobendas in Spain for the 2014 EFRA Electric Touring Car European Championships. We've had 5 high-speed, high-tension rounds of qualifying. Let's see how they line up for the A final.
Starting on pole will be the Portuguese driver Bruno Coelho. Second on the grid is the defending champion from Germany, Ronald Volker. Third on the grid, the current touring car world champion from the Netherlands, Jilis Groskamp. And fourth on the grid is the 3-time world champion Mark Reinhardt from Germany. 5th place qualifier last year, a podium finisher from Great Britain, Elliot Harper. 6th on the grid from France, it's Loic Yasmin. 7th place qualifier last year's runner-up, Alexander Hagberg from Sweden. 8th place on the grid, Victor Wilk from Sweden as well. Now our 9th place qualifier from Germany, it's Stephen Weiss. And in 10th place, another German driver, it's Freddie Sudoff. That's the A final, here comes the racing.
And here we go, Bruno Coelho, Ronald Volker blasts off from the first row of the grid. Jilis Groskamp going with them, Mark Reinhardt, Elliot Harper and the rest of them. As Bruno leads them through the first infield section. The white and orange car, the Portuguese driver, already on the attack though. Ronald Volker in the white and yellow car as Jilis hits a curb, rolls his car off the track, upside down at Protoform Point. We'll stay with our leaders though. Straight away, Ronald Volker on the attack, trying to find a way past the Portuguese number 1 car. Germany versus Portugal in these opening stages. Quickly though, 30 seconds down. Ronald gets it all wrong on the curbs on the back straight. And that gives Bruno a bit of breathing space. For Ronald, though, getting on the power straight away. Behind him, it's Reinhardt, followed by Harper, Wilk, Sudoff, Yasmin, Groskamp, Weiss and Hagberg. That is the running order at the end of the first full-speed lap of racing here. Bruno Coelho from the pole position, making use of that pole position advantage as we've got a car upside down, but that, again, isn't affecting our leaders. We thought we might see some guys pulling off 2 laps down, though. 1 minute in, I don't think anyone is pulling off the track so far. Everyone is keeping going. No one dives into the pit lane, so we are racing 10 cars here in this A final. But it's 2 cars we're focusing on at the moment. Bruno Coelho from Portugal and Ronald Volker from Germany. Through the VRCSs they go. The white and orange car of Bruno, followed by the white and blue of Volker. Out onto the front straight. Hopefully we can see both of the first and second place cars as they go through the double apex left-hander. The gap between them last time by was almost exactly 1 second. They're matching each other lap time for lap time at the moment. Reinhardt and then Harper behind them, trying to go with them but dropping back already. Then it's Wilk and Yasmin. But down the front straight, let's check the lap times this time by. Bruno Coelho does a 19.2, Volker does a 19.2. So our first and second place cars down through the infield section they go, out onto the back straight. Down the VRCSs and back towards Protoform Point. Coelho versus Volker. Out onto the front straight. 2 minutes down, 3 minutes left here. A final, leg number 1. Volker took 0.2 of a second out of Coelho on the last lap, and it looks like he's getting even close this time as they go down the back straight, down through the S's. X-Ray versus Yokomo as they come out onto the front straight one more time. Let's check some lap times this time by. It's a 19.4 from Bruno, a 19.2 from Ronald, another 0.2 of a second coming out of the lead. The gap is now just half a second between first and second, and you can see the distance on the track as they come down through the S's. It's a 2-way battle for the lead. You're missing nothing behind. We're going to focus on this 2-way battle up front. Coelho versus Volker. Through the sweeper they go across the timing line to complete lap number 8 here at the Alcobendas circuit in Spain. Volker again faster, this time by nearly 0.3 of a second over Coelho. The gap is down to just 0.2 of a second. The 2 cars now nose to tail as they go round Protoform Point. Coelho in the white and orange, Volker in the white and blue down the sweeper. They go this time by. Volker takes another 0.1 of a second out of Coelho's lead as they go into the infield section. Volker's car getting very sideways, all over the rear wing now of Coelho. They go down the back straight through the VRCSs and out towards Protoform Point. Volker trying to find a way past as they go down the straight through the sweeper. Once again, Volker getting right up on the curbs, trying to find a way past Coelho, trying to line up a move, maybe for a later lap as they go through the infield section. Coelho running a little bit wide. I don't know what the tyre situation is between these 2 drivers. They are similar speeds at the moment, though, so they're probably on about the same tyre strategy as they come down the front straight one more time. Coelho versus Volker for the lead here. For the win in A final leg number 1, we have 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. 1:20 to go. Coelho down the back straight. Volker looking up the inside, but nowhere to go there as they go into the Protoform point corner at the far side of the circuit. Down the front straight, Coelho getting all over the curbs, a little bit sideways. Volker not able to capitalise on the front straight though, as they go through the double left-hander one more time. Volker looking up the inside as he runs very wide, going through the infield section, but Coelho's wide, so that just gets the door shut in time. Volker looks up the inside there, just touching, but they doesn't. No penalty given there as they come down the front straight. Volker getting desperate now, trying to find a way past. 45 seconds to go. Through the infield, up on the curbs again. Ronald Volker looks to the inside, but nowhere to go there, just touching the sides as they come through the infield section out onto the back straight. 30 seconds to go. Coelho versus Volker. Volker putting the Portuguese driver under immense pressure here. The multi-time race winner up against the Portuguese, almost unknown driver coming into this event. He made the main in Portugal last year. He's had a good result at a few of the Euros this year as well in the different on-road classes, but TQing this round here of the electric touring car Euros. 10 seconds left. They are going to make an extra lap. Keep going. Go, go, go. Here we go. This is the final lap now. Coelho versus Volker, the double left-hander, diving into the infield. As Volker got anything left for the Portuguese driver. Through the infield section they go, out onto the back straight. Volker is as close as he has been, down through the S's. He looks up the inside, looks around the outside, into Protoform point. Volker gets up the inside, going through Protoform point, onto the main straight. Here they go. The two cars touch. Coelho does the very sporting thing there, and that allows Ronald Volker to take the win there in leg number 1. Bruno, very quickly we'll start with you. What a drive, and it came down to the last lap.
I failed last lap. My fault.
But so close. Leg 2, you go again?
Yes, sure.
And here we go, Coelho, Volker, Groskamp off the starting grid as we have a couple of cars piling into the first barrier at the first turn, takes them out of the race. But out in front, Coelho leads Volker, Groskamp, Reinhard, then looks like Hagberg, like Yasmin, Freddie Sutoff and Elliot Harper as they come around to complete lap number 1 of this A final, leg number 2. Bruno Coelho, Ronald Volker, Mark Reinhard is now up to the 3rd spot. He's got past his Hamir teammate, so it's 1, 2 and 4. Down the front straight, here's our battle for the lead. Coelho versus Volker. Through the hairpin turn they go. Reinhard is closing in. Reinhard was quicker than both of them on the last lap. Volker looking, trying to find a way past Coelho as they go out onto the back straight. This is what we saw in the first leg of the A-final for 5 minutes. Volker putting Coelho under immense pressure, and he's doing it again here in A-final, leg number 2. It's X-Ray, Yokomo and Tamir, the first 3 cars, and Reinhard is closing right in on that battle, as is Alexander Hagberg in the white and green machine. So hopefully Nathan can get those first 4 cars just about in the shot as they go through the infield section. Onto the short back straight, Coelho, Volker and Reinhard. Hagberg there or thereabouts as well. Then behind them it's Groskamp, I think, followed by Loic Yasmin and Elliot Harper down the front straight. All of these cars definitely still in with the shot as we are 1 minute and 30 seconds in, 3.5 to go. Coelho goes wide, Volker through to the lead, Reinhard is there, Hagberg has to check up. Groskamp get a body tuck from Loic there. And problems for Groskamp. Bad luck there for the touring car world champion. But up front, Ronald Volker now leads Mark Reinhard and Alexander Hagberg as they dive into the infield. Ronald won the first leg, don't forget, so if he takes this one, it'll be wrapped up in 2 legs. We won't have to go to the 3rd and deciding leg, but Ronald Volker has got to deal with the pressure from his fellow countryman Mark Reinhard, the 3-time touring car world champion. And then Alexander Hagberg is also looking in with a shout at this one as well, with his X-Ray from 7th on the grid up to 3rd. And I think Elliot Harper now looking a move. Elliot Harper is up to 4th and closing in on that battle as well. So it's Ronald Volker, Mark Reinhard, and then Alexander Hagberg down the front straight. A bit of a gap back to Elliot, so I think Elliot a little bit too far back in this one as we are halfway through. 2.5 down, 2.5 to go. Volker driving very tight lines, keeping Reinhard right behind him. Reinhard trying to find a way past, running right out onto the paint as they come down the front straight. Hagberg is there or thereabouts as well, trying to look away past Reinhard. Hagberg goes up the inside of Reinhard. The 2 cars touch side by side. They get away with it. And Volker breathes a sigh of relief as he has a bit of breathing space. We think Volker is on old tyres. Reinhard and Hagberg on new tyres in this one as we have 2 minutes left here in A-final, leg number 2. Alexander Hagberg through into 2nd place. Mark Reinhard dropping down to 3rd. Ronald Volker out in front. Looks like he has got this one under control. 1 minute and 45 seconds go. 1:45 to go. Reinhard, Hagberg and Harper now battling over the 2 spot as they come out onto the front straight. Ronald Volker almost into cruise control mode, matching each other on the lap times at the moment. 19.5 from all 4 drivers at the front of this field. Down the back straight, Volker leading the way at the moment. His LRP-powered Yokomo comes out of the Protoform point corner and onto the front straight. Alexander Hagberg is there in second. Reinhard is third. Harper is fourth as they go across the timing line through the double left-hander now. Ronald Volker, 1 minute and 15 seconds away from retaining his European Championship title. Alexander Hagberg, though, doesn't want that to happen. He wants to force it to a third leg. So does Reinhard and Harper as well. They are closing in on Ronald Volker at the moment. 19.5s from everyone last time by. This time by, it's still 19.5s from everyone at the front of the field. We have got 1 minute to go now. Ronald Volker, Alexander Hagberg, Mark Reinhard and Elliot Harper. 1, 2, 3 and 4 on the track. Round Protoform point, and down the front straight they go. 40 seconds to go. If Hagberg has got anything left in the tank, if he's got anything left in the tyres or the motor, now is the time to use it. 35 seconds on the clock. Ronald Volker, 1.5 laps away from retaining his European Championship title. Down the front straight comes the multi-time title-winning driver, multi-race winner, and one of the best touring car racers in the planet at the moment. Ronald Volker, a few corners away. We might make it onto an additional lap, so everyone is still going to have to keep going flat out for these last few corners. 10 seconds to go. Are we going to get the extra lap? It's go, go, go as they come down the front straight. Ronald Volker, Alexander Hagberg. I think the other 2 are far enough back. They're not going to make it through. Everyone makes it onto the extra lap. The first 4 cars on the final lap now. Volker versus Hagberg as they go through the infield section. Behind them, Reinhard and Harper all over each other as well. But we're going to focus on the first 2 cars. Ronald Volker, 2 corners away from the European Championship title. Qualified second on the grid. Thought it was going to go to 3 legs. Down the front straight he goes. Ronald Volker comes through to take the title. Hagberg finished in second place. Then it was Reinhard, followed by Harper. But Ronald Volker taking the European Championship title. Ronald Volker, well done. Once again, pressure, but this time the other way around. You're being pressured by everyone else.
Yeah, once I got past Bruno, I think he had some issues. I saw Mark and Alex pushing a lot from behind, and and I tried to run my ass off.
So this is title number 6 for you, I think, in the European Touring Car titles. How does it feel? Oh, there you go. Congratulations there from Reinhard and from Groskamp, the 2 world champions. And how do you feel to take home another title from the Euros?
Oh, it feels great, because this race is completely different to almost every race I attended before. Like, it was all about the tire strategy. And on the other hand, it makes the race exciting and similar to Formula 1 or real motorsport.
And here we go, Coelho from the pole position has a good start. He hasn't got the car second on the grid, but Groskamp is straight away there, battling with him for those first 2 positions. Reinhard in the 4 car, the all-white coloured car, going with them as well. Down the backstrap there goes a slight gap back to Elliot Harper, who runs in 4th. Then it looks like Hagberg is 5th. It's pretty much in grid order as they come around to complete the first high-speed lap around the Alcobendas circuit. Down the front straight, Groskamp already attacking Coelho as they go up towards the hairpin. Groskamp up on the curbs trying to find a way past the Portuguese driver who's secured the pole position here. It's all been about tyre strategy, and I think this last final will also be about the tyre strategy as well. Groskamp is not in with a shout of finishing second overall, but he can definitely make the podium. Depends how this final race goes as to where everyone is going to shake out. But Groskamp attacking Coelho down the range straight, goes around the outside, but can't quite make a move stick. Looks up the inside of the hairpin, a great drive out of the hairpin. Groskamp to the point. Coelho down second. Reinhard straight on the attack, taps Coelho over, does the right thing and waits for him, but that drops the pair of them 3, 4, maybe more places down the field. That's going to put Harper through to the 2 spot. Hagberg is up into 3rd as well. Great start from Hagberg once again from 7th on the grid. So the battle now for 2nd between Harper and Hagberg. Around the hairpin turn they go through the double left-hander. Up towards the infield section. Up on the curbs they are. Through the back straight. Behind them it looks like it's Yasmin, followed by Coelho, Wilk, Reinhard, Sudhoff and Weiss. Jelle Groskamp extending his lead as we've now got a high-speed freight round. Down the front straight they go. Flat out electric touring car racing here around the very hot and sticky circuit here at Alcobendas in Spain. Getting right up on the curbs there, making sure that everyone shortens their lines as much as possible. Jelle Groskamp in the lead down the front straight, extending his lead over the rest of the field. He was half a second quicker than the rest of them on the last lap. Elliot Harper has got a bunch of cars nipping at his heels, trying to find a way past, trying to get on terms with that Durango DTC 410, which runs in second place here in the final race of the day, a final, leg number 3. And it now looks like Hagberg is dropping back a little bit and is coming under attack from Loic Yasmin and Victor Wilk as they come down the straight one more time. 2 minutes down, 3 minutes to go. Groskamp, your leader, by 2.4 seconds as we have an incident behind. That drops Hagberg and Yasmin down the field. Coming together between those two puts Victor Wilk back to the 3rd spot. Bruno Coelho up to 4th. Then it looks like Hagberg is 5th, Reinhard is 6th. Then Sudhoff, Weiss and Loic Yasmin. So we are watching the leader at the moment. Julius Groskamp with his Tamiya, the current touring car world champion. The finals haven't gone his way. He had a great recovery from qualifying after a mistake on his new tyre run, but pulled it all together to get himself up to 3rd on the starting grid. But the first 2 finals didn't go his way, unfortunately, and he finds himself now out in front in the 3rd final. This is what he would have been hoping to have in the first 2 finals. So now back here to the battle for second between Elliot Harper and Victor Wilk as they come down through the S's out towards Protoform Point, as there are 2 minutes remaining here in this final race of the European Championships 2014 Euros here in Alcobendas in Spain, brought to you by Protoform, Team Durango and VRC Pro. And of course thanks to EFRA as well, as Wilk looks up the inside of the Durango of Elliot Harper, but Elliot slams the door shut, carries just enough corner speed to keep the Tamiya behind him. Around Protoform Point they go. Yillis has got a straightaways length lead over the rest of the field. Elliot holding Victor off in second place at the moment. 1 minute 35 seconds to go as Victor tags the rear of Elliot's car. And I think that's a penalty going out to Victor Wilk there, as that's going to change the order up completely. And I think that's now Mark Reinhard who is through to the 2nd spot. Yes, it is. Reinhard in the all-white car is in 2nd. So let's pick up Reinhard around the hairpin turn through the double left-hander. Reinhard dropping down through the infield now, out onto the back straight. Behind him, Coelho is back to 3rd. Harper's down to 4th. Hagberg is in 5th as we have 1 minute left here in the final race of the day. Groskamp is gone. He has completely checked out on the field. Reinhard looks fairly safe in 2nd at the moment. Coelho is 3rd. Harper is 4th. Hagberg is 5th. Wilk running in 6th. Sudhoff is 7th. Then Yasmin and Weiss. So this is now the battle for 3rd between Coelho and Harper and Hagberg as they come out onto the front straight to complete lap number 13 with just 35 seconds to go. Groskamp looks clear in the lead. Reinhard looks pretty safe in 2nd place. This is for the 3rd place position in this leg. This might decide the overall podium positions. Coelho, Hagberg and Harper in the middle of those two as they come out onto the front straight. 15 seconds to go. They're going to go round one more time around the Alcobendas circuit here in Spain. The final lap of racing here at the 2014 European Championships. And it's between the pole man, Bruno Coelho, the 5th place qualifier, Elliot Harper, and Alexander Hagberg, who put it 7th on the grid. A few corners left behind them. Bruno Coelho looks like he's just about done enough to hold off the British Charger as he comes down the front straight. Harper going to throw everything at it through the sweeper, but Bruno Coelho comes through. Let's check the final order there. Groskamp taking the win, Reinhard 2nd, Coelho is 3rd. Then it was Harper, Hagberg, Sudhoff, Yasmin, Weiss and Wilk.
So the final result sees Ronald Volker confirmed as the European champion once again. Behind him, Bruno Coelho has enough points to take 2nd from Reinhard on the tiebreak. Then it's Groskamp followed by Hagberg, Harper, Sudhoff, Yasmin, Wilk and Stephen Weiss rounding out the top 10.
So that wraps up the action from the modified finals here in Alcobendas in Spain. Congratulations to Ronald Volker on taking home the 2014 title. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.